Hello, and welcome back to another episode of PopCulture Reacts. And we are again in the list. And this one is not from Sarah, but was given to me by Sarah from her dad. This was a
Ooh.
recommendation her dad had given her. So as such,
Nepotism recommendation.
so this is why this is in the list. So this is The Dead South in Hell. I'll be in good company.
I'm all for Sarah's dad because I'm trying to remember what the last one Sarah did, but wasn't it one just purely to spite me from memory?
Yes,
Yes, yeah. And
it was
I,
Kid Rock.
I'm presuming your Sarah's dad knows so little of me that he won't find it a good sport to spite me. So
Yes.
I know I don't know anything about the band other than just as I was calling it up, I noticed that they're from Saskatchewan, or the province of Saskatchewan, which is my favourite Canadian province. Not because I've been there, but I just bloody love the name of it. Yeah, so I guess yeah. So far, I know it's Canadian music, and I hear the sound of the name of the band, and um the name of the song, and I kind of go country, folky, maybe. It's got that
So
kind of feel.
I've not listened to it, but I do know that Sarah's dad saw them when he was over in New Orleans last year.
Ooh.
So so I don't know whether that sort of has anything to it, whether it'll be, maybe some jazz with,
Again,
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans, a place I've never been to but would love to, and primarily, and I know obviously like it has a reputation for obviously kind of the party drinking foodie stuff as well, but it's always been the music for me. I just I don't know. Do we have anything like that in the UK? I don't think we have. I mean, we've had sort of towns and cities and areas of the country that have let's say, a vibrant music scene for a while, but
Mm,
that city seems to pump on music, doesn't it? Like it's almost
yeah.
the lifeblood of people there, and I don't know. There's something really intriguing to me about being where, um, you know, music's playing all day. And when I say music's playing all day, it's not like you go from Tesco's to trying to think of another supermarket, Morrison's, and you're getting
Yeah.
bloody songs you don't want to hear played over and over again. It's not like go back to one of your favourite complainant times of it ain't Christmas where you're getting Mariah Carey 25 times during the
Yes.
course of one day.
Yeah.
Like live music and all that. But yeah, I'd love the idea of it.
Yeah. It's one of those of, if I ever do get out to the States, that is one of the places I want to hit up because,
Yeah,
as you say, the music side, but also voodoo. You know that
yeah.
the whole voodoo side of New Orleans also intrigues me.
Yeah,
But
full of kind of lore and excitement, isn't it? It feels
yeah,
like even for someone such as myself, the logic brain that I have that doesn't believe in many things, like yeah, very very exciting. But yeah, we've deviated off into New Orleans. For all we know, these might be a male organised choir, as we've gone off down that line. But I guess the only way to effectively find out is to stick the bugger on, really, isn't it?
yes. So shall we go to hell?
Let's do this.
redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee must squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. Down low, couldn't go no further. Proud of and disgusted by her. Push on, a little bruised and battered. Oh Lord, I ain't coming home with you. My life's a bit more colder. Dead wife is what I told her. Brass knife sinks to my shoulder. Oh babe, don't know what I'm gonna do. I see my redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee must squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. In hell, I'll be in good company. In hell, I'll be in good company.
So, Mr. Sen.
I quite like the name of that. What I think is an album or an EP that was up there in the corner. The easily listening for jerks. Struck me. I'll quickly do the video first. I want to talk about the music. Such a simple concept for a video, but I really liked it. Like,
Yeah.
there was just some really amusing kind of transitions as they cut from scene to scene without it being ridiculous throughout and stuff like that. But yeah, I really liked it. It really grabbed my attention, and I thought it went really well along with the song because, of course, those cuts were going along to the beat as well. So
Yeah.
as you're kind of nodding your head, you're going, "Oh, something new. Oh, what's going on in the background? Oh, what's going on in the background?"
It was simple but very clever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know, like it doesn't feel like a song that kind of needs an intricate, massively overproduced video going on behind it. But also, I think it really really benefits it having that kind of constant change of view, so it's not just 4 dudes standing there playing their song. Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent work, videographer, whomever you are.
So, the song. I'll get this out straight away. Fuck, I love that.
Good.
That
So did I. Good.
that was. That, there's this thing like there's a guy called Amigo the Devil who basically does murder ballads in that sort of style of the old
I
sort of 50s 60s
just
folk
love the
singers.
sentence. There's a guy called Amigo the Devil. Like that's a normal sentence to say out loud.
And so I've sort of got into a lot of this sort of oldie southern sort of folk
Kind of that bluegrassy folk sort of music,
bluegrassy,
isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, yeah.
And this just is that, but like so much better than what he does. A little less, death and murdering ex partners.
Well, I mean, they are
Up
going
your
to
game, the
hell.
dead south.
They are going to hell, and they are dead in the south. How much more death do you want, Chris? Come on. It's enough
More.
death for anyone. Oh, yeah, okay.
But I'll maybe say this quite a bit of like what we would class as like Sunday stuff. This is very much like if I'm just chilling out and
Yeah.
maybe like playing like FM or a game where the PlayStation where I don't need the sound on, I'd have their albums on. I could definitely really get into these.
I think as well, like specifically with this one song we've listened to, I'm not going to give him a free pass because the rest might be toilet. But you know, like you are right. I think it has that element of I could do a lot with this playing in the background and still be happy. So as you
Yeah,
say, like if it's like a relaxing or if you're playing like video games or something like that. But equally, when I was doing it, I was thinking, God, like if I was walking to somewhere, wherever somewhere may be, on a sunny day and this comes on in me ears, I think I'd
you're getting a
really
bob on.
well, that's the thing. I'd really enjoy it, but I would be walking in rhythm to the song, and
Yeah,
I could feel that I would kind of be that one of those things where you know sometimes you see someone walking down the street and going, "Why are you smiling so much? What do you know that I
yeah,
don't?" But yeah, it's because I'm listening. I'm listening to this, and of course, like kind of the lyrical content isn't necessarily I sort of say about having a smile on my face. It's not like a bright sunshiny song, but it's just delivered really well, and I think that that as I say the bluegrass element, but that rhythmic beat that runs through it. I would say that when they're not singing, it's even kind of has some almost polka elements to it, like that I think I don't know
the
whether
you.
it does for everyone else. It grabs me. It
Mm,
makes me naturally feel like, and I'm not going to say tear it up on a dance floor, but you talk about that like bobbing your step or that bobbing your head.
yeah,
It almost feels like it got into me somehow that I would find it hard not to do that if this song come on.
yeah. It's obviously we wax lyrical about how much we love a funky bass,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is another way of using bass as the drive
Well,
in
and
a very
so
simple way.
monumentally pared back instrumental, isn't it? It's not like
Yeah,
you've got like tons of big transitions or off camera. They're adding in 85 different sound effects or 85 different instruments, but it still feels like it's absolutely chock full of delicious content. Like, and you know, we talk about this a lot when we do this. You know, a lot of this stuff is always going to come down to subjective taste and things like that. But yeah, certainly for my side, I'm often looking for something that grabs me, but has so much sort of rich stuff to pick apart, and that's really hard to do. Oh, sorry, that's probably even harder to do when it's so pared back like this. So I think it's even
yeah,
more of an achievement to be able to make it so compelling and so interesting, um, just off of effectively two instruments and three guys' voices. You know, hats off to them for that. Although they kept their
yeah,
hats on for the majority of it, so yeah.
yeah. When we talk about the vocals, the guy in the black suit with
Oh,
the
and
black
just for anyone who's watching who are big fans of them, this is the first time that we're reacting to them. We try to do no or very, very little reading beforehand to not spoil things. So on our first one, yeah, we've got no idea what any of the dudes' names are. And even if I looked them up on Wikipedia now, I would know their names, but not who is who. So
yeah,
help us out in the comments by letting us know who is who. But I was thinking of him. I think the guy you're talking about in my parlance was short beard, wider hat. That was the
yeah,
guy I think you're talking about. Yeah,
and the gravelier tones.
yeah. Liked his
That
voice a
was
lot.
that was it was gravelly, but it was so smooth at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like or you could sing me the fucking phone book, and I'd want to hear it.
and you know, I presume there's a kind of a natural element to that, but I also kind of go, man, how do you keep your voice being able to do that? Because it hopefully it isn't, but it just sounds so raw that it sounds
Yeah,
like he's got like a really bad cold. And I'm like,
or
oh, please tell me you don't keep reinfecting yourself. But yeah, just I'm with you.
gargling pebbles.
I could listen to him sing pretty much anything, I think. Because it wasn't all that either. You know, there were
No,
other tones in there, but always you knew that that gravel, even if it went for some of the words or some of the notes that he's singing, you know it's there and it's coming back, and you're going, I like everything you're doing about this. And weirdly enough, like I assumed, other than a bit of backing pitching, I assumed he was going to be our only singer because of how, for me, how impressive I thought his voice was. And here we go from my descriptors. No beard, no hat comes
the
in and
bass
sings
player.
his bit. Yeah, yeah, the bass player. That's a much better one. No beard, no hat. And I loved his voice as well.
Yeah,
Like, and I think
he
it's that combo factor of having two such distinct voices, but that actually really work together whilst
meld.
the same thing
Yeah.
musically is going on. Yeah, really, really impressed.
So yeah, we're definitely coming back for more of these guys. So
Sarah's dad can recommend more.
yeah, though I remember them say, I think they played. I think they might have played Norwich a couple of years ago because Sarah. I think Sarah was meant to go with her dad, and I was like, whatever. She
Nah,
didn't go in
more
the end
for
because it was
you.
like it was the end times. I think the end it just come out of the
Okay.
back end of the end times. So I think it was one of those they didn't want to do it because of COVID and all the rest of it. It was still floating about. But yeah, if I see these are local again, I'm going.
Well, and it kind of, I know it's sort of a slight deviation from it, but we've done it recently. We've had a couple of sort of folk songs, and we've talked about wanting kind of more folk, and of course, this is like kind of more bluegrass. But like when we talk about how much, I mean, I loved it, and like the distinctness of it for me, there is also that part of when I'm not massively genre familiar. I might find that there are 100 bands doing this, and right now I would say, oh yeah, yes please. But of course, when you hear 100 bands do it, sometimes that might. So, like for anyone who can recommend anything in this wheelhouse, you know, maybe give us a heads up of going, are these guys exceptional examples, or are they exceptional examples because we're not as familiar with it as a genre? But yeah, more of this,
Yeah,
please.
yes, yes. As always, YouTube things of like, subscribe, and ringing of bells. And until next time, good day.